Shit. Oh, my microphone is working. The camera, please. I don't know why the music isn't working. That'll be interesting to see if it'll work eventually. Please work, please. Oh, jeez. Hey, it works. I'm wearing a shirt inside out. Yes, you can see I'm wearing a shirt inside out. That way I don't reveal what it is because I'm shy. I don't want to show my shirt. All right. Let me restart the music because I think that'd be funny. Here we go. Boom! This is gonna be really fucking loud, actually. So let me just turn that down for myself, you know what I mean? Yeah, of course y'all do. You're reading my mind right now, actually. Okay. Starting the channel early for Whirly Turly. Oh my god, that fucking rhymed! I feel so smart. I feel so smart. So intelligente, bro. Hey, fun fact, I was at my job today, as you do, and one of my boss, she asked me what something in Spanish means, because she got, like, a spam email that was in Spanish, and it says, what the rats can do. And I saw ratones, and I was like, I really don't want to tell her that means, like, rats, but I'm pretty sure it means rats. And so, we looked it up, of course, to double check, and it meant rats. And so I was like, okay, so I'm not crazy. Like, that means rats, chat. It means rats. That's genuinely what it means right now, so yeah. Pretty fun, isn't it? Pretty fun. The stream title should be, yes, the stream titles are correct now every time that we do this stuff. The only thing that we need to change is the categories. Wait, why did I literally just... Here we go. Sad. Doomed. Story. Woo. Making games, yes, here we go. Okay, everybody's got that. I've got a screenshot from the freaking game that we're making that I'll put as the little thumbnail for everybody to see. It'll be perfect. Trust chat, it'll be perfect. I just need to find where the hell all of the Roblox shit is stored. I don't know where the hell all the pictures for Roblox are right now. I'd be so for real with y'all right now. Oh, that's not how you spell that. That is not how you spell that. There it is. No, that's not it. That's actually videos. I don't know where the hell. Let me look up app data. App data. Maybe it's in here? Hell no. Dude, where the fuck is it? Nah, that's crazy. It's crazy. Alright, chat. So this is the sad story. I need to update how this looks, but it doesn't look horrible. You know what I mean? It doesn't look horrible. So if anybody's wondering, this is going to be a sad story game of somebody from my high school because everybody got the lore. This was honestly everybody's idea collectively. I wouldn't say I contributed much except for the plot to it. I am making all of these designs though. We have like a lunch cafeteria area, we have the bathroom, we have a bedroom, and we have a classroom. You know those clothespin things where you have the colors and whether you're doing good or bad too? We have one of those. It's great, chat. It's great. So this will be one of them really sad stories, and check out how it is when we test it. It's like super aesthetic. There's like also Claire de Lune playing slow and reverbed. It's great. And then we got this. the lore. The Whirly Turly reward is active, by the way. If the Whirly Turly reward is activated, we'll turn off the music and listen to the Whirly Turly, which is very, very... Holy crap, actually, wait, this is such a good conveyor belt. Good job, bro. Holy crap, bro locked in on this shit while I wasn't looking. But this is what we're working with so far. We're going to be working on making all this shit look better. We're going to revisit each one, make them look better. And we're going to start putting it together, making the cubicles and stuff, chat. It'll be great. Is this a cook? I make food. Does that count? I'd say that would count if it makes sense. Alright, incoming ad break. Be careful, guys. It should only be a minute an hour. There they go. Into the ad break. It's the perfect time to change all of my titles. Every single one of them. I like how the thumbnail looks so stupid. Okay. Where to find screenshots from Roblox. Let me see where this is at. I need to go to the pictures, but there's no fucking Roblox here. Like, where the hell's my Roblox shit? I guess I'll just look up Roblox and see what comes up. I mean, I just did that, but I don't know. I don't think I can, bro. I don't think I can. I don't know. I kind of want this. I don't know how, but I think I made the whimsical ass bedroom look sad by giving it the nostalgia lighting. It does look sad. It looks very sad. I can't describe why it looks sad. Ooh-yo, ooh-you, ooh-you. Is that you, Tedo? Are you here? Or is that Tedo from last night? I can't remember. I have no idea. This is so tough, by the way. Oh, you added a little Hello Kitty. He would totally have that in his bedroom. Nice pillows. Is this the blanket you made? I think we should add the one where as soon as you put it in anything, it starts freaking the fuck out. Speaking of, I do have Blender. I don't know if I have it, like, completely installed, but I do know how to use it. Let me check. I don't. We can make some cover art, though, now that I think about it. Some cover art could be pretty cool. I think the blanket's texture hasn't, like, uploaded to Roblox yet or something. Oh, dang, that kind of sucks. That's okay. That's okay. It'll be great eventually. We've just got to give it some time, you know what I mean? We've got to give it some time. I'm gonna go download Blender, and I'm gonna see if I can make the little bedside table that I was gonna make last night. Because it'll be great. Trust, it'll be great. We just gotta get some shit up. And then at the same time, everybody can learn how to do Blender shit all at once. I still think at some point we should have an animation of some kind. Like some like really high quality thing we just shove in there at one point, you know what I mean? I think it's gotta be when he sings Whirly Turly. Like, there's no way, bro. That's gotta be an MP3 we try to upload to this. But it's gotta be censored, though. Because if we try to upload that MP3 to Roblox, they're not gonna let us. It's gonna be way too censored. Actually, like, crazy censored. So we gotta make sure it's not too bad. Not too bad, you know. Making a sad doomed Roblox story game. Oh no, sad Roblox story game. Oh, shut the fuck up. I don't want to listen to myself. Damn. That's annoying. Alrighty. I think everything looks pretty good, honestly. I tried doing a strategy where I named the stream right before I started it, and it worked pretty well. So that was actually pretty good. That was really, really good. So, I think we're working with this. Y'all have very fancy little things. I'm just working with this one little text thing. Let's stream! Let's do it! I don't even think they can see it on the screen. Actually, no, they can. It's just a little bit harder to see because of the, whatchamacallit. I think we should also look up some inspiration, too. You know how they always start out every single art project? They look up inspiration. We gotta have tons of inspiration. What should I model next? I'm gonna do a bedside table. We could get... let me think. I'll throw out some ideas. So we could have a lunch line. We could have some upgraded, like, classroom desks. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Let me see what else we might need. We could have, like, a sad little back alley or something. It might be best to low-key have the cubicles just fully in Blender. Yeah, honestly, that would make a lot of sense, to be honest. How would we just literally take an alternate world and then, export the world as, like, a .obj and then import just the cubicle? I've never taken something from Roblox and put it in, but we can also just make it in Blender, I suppose. Why is this going, like, off my screen? I'm like, hold up. Twin. I need this. Bro. Blender has something that I need to click around on, but I can't even access it because it's on the side of my fucking screen. Can I make this full screen? No? Hello? Can I fucking have this, please? Bro, give me it. The fuck? Dude. The hell? Insane work. Insane. It can't be that hard to just put the numbers from Roblox in a blender, gang. Probably not. No, I've just never done it before. No clue how the hell that shit would work. I wonder how fast I can absolutely plague a Pinterest account until it just starts going to hell. Like, this will be a clean Pinterest account. I love this already. I love what it's suggesting me already. This looks very fucking cool. It's already suggesting me architecture shit. I think it knows who I am. I think it has enough information, ironically. That's a little scary, low-key. But that's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright! Do I not have... Do I already have Blender installed? Hold up. I do. I do. It says it's on my desktop. Is it really on my desktop? Hold up. Finish. Oh. I guess it already fucking installed or something. Damn, okay. It was not there a little bit ago, so it's already locked in. It was a long time ago, but I made an entire figurine. It was really damn cool. It would probably be best just to have one person do the cubicles to keep one style, right? Okay, bet. Do you want to do the cubicles and I can lay out a bit of a story, or do you want to focus on the story and I do the cubicles? I think, Tedo, if bro wants to do something, we can figure that out too. I am fine with either one. For content purposes, it might be better for me to lay out the cubicles, but I could also do cover art. We actually need to figure out what we're gonna do, because this is gonna be kind of tough to coordinate. Now that I think about it. I can make a fucking storyboard, bruh. But we don't want to be doing too many crazy things at once at the same time, now that I think about it. This looks very nice. Is this the blanket? It's very good. You should probably do the blender because you're better at it, but I can also do it. So it's kind of a toss-up at the same time. But just don't watch the stream because you'll probably feel in pain for the first 30 minutes. Oh shit. I got a notification. Somebody is talking to me in the personal Discord I am in. What are they saying? Something else you could share with you? No, I'm not doing that. Okay, I just got more lore on somebody today. It would be crazy. I think you should do the layout of the cubicles since you are an architect, but I don't really have much more to do in Roblox, so I can, like, finalize it in Blender. Okay, so let me think. Do the layout of the cubicles since you're a W architect, but I don't really have much more to do in Roblox, so I can, like, finalize it and do it in Blender. Okay, so go ahead and do whatever you have to do in Roblox, and then finalize it in Blender. I'll focus on getting a plot with like a storyboard and cubicles up, as well as figuring out a layout, and then we can all look at it together and give opinions on it. If we don't want spoilers, then we probably want it... Well, people are in first person, so we don't have to worry about anything. Let me think. So let me pull up this document really quick, actually. I'm gonna pull up Google Docs. Google Docs. Oh, what document can I choose? It's one fucking document, chat. One singular document. I got more lore on them too, by the way. They have done some very fascinating things, meaning whirly-turly and turly-girly. They've, excuse me, done very interesting things. Some things I probably should not be sharing here, and I won't be sharing here. So, fun fact, we won't know unless I decide to share it, which I need to think about first, because I'm gonna need to really dub it down in a different way, okay? So, anyways, here's this, okay? So this is, let's recap. This is a perspective. It's in a rural school. This kid was created. He played chess club and would challenge people he would consider smart to a chess match. Now, here's the part of a story, okay? You always want to start it with a hook. Then you want to give context. I've watched so many videos on this lately. Then you want to introduce a curiosity or a problem. Depict the typical solution or possible reasons. Present the obstacle. Show the journey. So, let's say this is a guy in high school. He just arrived. He just got here. Okay? He just got there. That's a problem, right? So that's a problem, that's a curiosity. What is it gonna be like? So let's get a hook here, okay? The entire hook is going to be our fucking thumbnail. Our character design. As soon as you load into the game, what is a hook? It is the sad atmosphere we have. Chat, take a look at this really quick, okay? This is a hook right here. It's when you press play, and it's really well made. Why is this so well made? Well, this has got to be an interesting game. What's going on here? There's a conveyor belt. I get that. And then look, this is the first thing. This has got to be the hook. So we've got to make something interesting. That's where the design comes in. That's where the people designing the stuff come in. We come up with cool designs for things. We had the posters that get people's attention. We have a layout that is easy to understand. We have a character that has interesting things about themselves. The people who play these games are going to be the types of people who have a natural curiosity and natural humor. So we want to play into that by making this extremely dramatic. We want this game to be extra good, so we appeal to people whose humor is just such. So the hook is going to be essentially a lot of things combined. It's not necessarily going to be like a plot hook, because they're going to want to get into it if it's dramatic. You don't want to make something really funny, like, oh, and then I said whirly turly as like the first thing. First off, that spoils the end. Second off, that's not the theme. That's not the vibe. The vibe is like it's super sad and dreary. So the hook is going to be, let me show you guys this real quick. The hook is going to be the amazingly good design of the game. We're gonna show this through their dramatic atmosphere, the music, the designs of the spaces and characters, the dialogue, and then possible others. Could be choose your own adventure. Choose your own adventure. It could also be, for example, animations, cutscenes, which are sort of like animations, songs, etc. Okay? You can also add clothes in there, like clothing changes / changes to scenery. There you go. Alright. So we've got a hook now, okay? The context. This is a part of the context, but we need to make it a bit more contexty, unless it'll be a bit crazy. This is gonna be planning. Okay, let me move everything over here. Alright. Boom! Let's move over everything into this tab, chat. Also, let me rename it. Planning. This is so stupid, I love it. Okay, so, here's the start of it, okay? You have this hook. Every single sad story game starts out with the character in the bed waking up. Okay? In the bed waking up. Let's go do some research, some reconnaissance, okay? Let's go on Roblox and let's go into like 3 games. Let's see how they start out. But they have to be good, sad story game. That's all I'm gonna put in because that's gonna be great. A Roblox sad bully story. The last hour. That sounds interesting. Okay, just tons of weird shit, okay? Tons of weird shit. Let's just go, okay? We're gonna try doing all of this stuff. Every single one of this stuff. Please load. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. It's actually updating right now. I have never seen this update in all of my 19 years of existing. Usually it's just laggy as hell. I've never seen Roblox update like that, bro. I also, excuse me, probably just don't pay attention. But that's okay. Holy tough. It loaded up the stupid fucking game instead. The stupid fucking app instead of the fucking game I want to play. Which is very annoying because I'm trying to get this done with quickly. Just to get an example to show you guys what we're going for really quick. Let's see. Roblox. Here we go. I think it's showing, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Let me double check on my phone really quick just to make sure that it's showing as well as I want it to. But, okay, see. See, the first thing you see on this is the wall. I don't want them to see the wall. I want them to see everything that's happening over here. So let's make that a point first, okay? Let's make that one of the points. I'm gonna add another window capture in here just so we get like a pretty good layer of what we're looking at here. Alright. So that's gonna be a big point. Look. Player will load in and immediately see the story. Not a wall. Thank you for the follow. Now we're gonna hear rats for like the next 5 minutes. Hello, how are you doing, Merlin? That's a fucking cool ass name.
Crazy? I was crazy once.
Oh god.
They locked me in a room.
Okay.
A rubber.
So this is going to be the perfect little design here, okay?
Rats. Make.
There's a lot of people here. There's a part 1 quiz. Okay, this is very fascinating.
They locked me in a room.
Okay.
A rubber.
Let's see. Let me switch over to here.
Me. Crazy.
Okay. So this should be better now. Ooh, what was that noise? Oh, you subbed?
Who's just subscribed.
Thank you, twin. I appreciate that a lot. It's very kind. I don't think this is working right now, so I'm gonna do a display capture instead because it sucks. That's always the deal with Roblox too. It hates everything except for like genuinely uncool things. So this is a pretty big conveyor belt. It goes pretty slow. I think that's okay. But let's see. So this one starts out with someone cooking. Always keep in mind, this is like a theater, okay? I've been in theater for so long. This is like a set, okay? It's got to be open from this area. We need to have multiple openings to invite people into this space. We have to have everything facing them so they understand what it is, too. And I'm doing well. How are you? I'm doing fabulous. I started to stream 7 minutes early for this. I'm so excited, bro. This is lore of somebody from my high school, and we're making a sad doomed Roblox game about them. It's amazing. Okay, wait. This is well made. So, it's also about immersion. Welcome home, honey. Thanks. Oh, no. Slams door. Grr. Yes, honey. Cries. They're fighting again. Another thing is readability. We need to have readability, chat. Okay, readability. Left to right or right to left. Maybe 2 different versions? Maybe 2 versions, question mark? I don't know. Probably just left to right. And letting them know it's left to right. That'd be good because no freaking place does that and they usually just have people saying stuff. So that also means we're gonna have to place the characters really well. Punch is hard. Ow! Wah! Wait, please don't. Oh my god, he's grabbing her. That's crazy. Mom. Oh my gosh. Fat ugly pig. Also, I'm cheating on you. Drama, drama. Something interesting. Something action. Action. Hook equals action or curiosity. We have to give them something curious or something crazy to start with, okay? If y'all read a story, the first thing you encounter is something interesting, like an action scene or something mysterious, or usually both, right? So we can do the stuff like that. 10 years later. I don't like it when they do stuff like that. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I don't hate it. It's so, why is the bed so fucking large? Good god. Chat, imagine having a bed this large. That'd be so tough. Alright, this is such a cool design though. See, look at this, look at this. Oh my god, I'm gonna be late for class. Don't forget your breakfast. Also, we need pacing, really good pacing. I just realized that. A lot of the other games that we've been playing have had really bad pacing. Like, she'll say, oh my god, I'm gonna be late for class. Then the next 5 cubicles are just her running into the kitchen. And I'm like, bro, I do not want to be here for that. If you have pacing, you need it to be the same as your conveyor belt. That's my opinion. Who's that girl? She is pretty. Oh no, bullies looks and locker. Let's bully her, girls. Okay, yeah. This is so stupid. Ah, runs. Why are they being mean? Because they're bullies, dude. I low-key thought he was gonna be the bully. Hi, ugly. Haha, ugly. Ugly idiot noob. Bro, what are these faces? Okay, so this is pretty well made. I think the biggest thing too is it's breathable. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's breathable. It's not too congested. I think it's the height. I think our cubicles need to be a bit taller for it not to feel so, like, crammed. When we're, oh my god, why is there blood? I looked away for 2 seconds. Oh. I actually have this gear. Wait, it actually let me use the gear I have in my backpack here. Pause. They allowed gear in the game. This is actual gear I have in my backpack from like 2014. This is amazing. This is amazing. Look at this. I can also have Godzilla. Ooh, Godzilla. Look at this. Okay, actually, chat, maybe we should allow gear in the game because people have horrible gear that they can use to like do stupid stuff with. Okay, I'm getting distracted. I'm getting distracted. Possibly gear? Possibly gear? Okay, perfect. What do I even call them? Cubicles. That cannot possibly be the proper term for it. There's no way. There's no gear. No gear. Ruins emergent. No gear. No gear. All right, fair point. Fair point. I might have been getting a little bit too greedy there. Oh wait, I'm just gonna put my cart on this thing and just watch it roll. That was my favorite thing to do. I used to play bake a cake and make my car go through every single thing. Like, it made it into a cake. It was very fun. I'm just gonna have Godzilla follow me as I do all these. You guys are next. Yay! Serves those bullies right. Holy crap. Okay. So, you can read all this. Wait, before you go, I have to tell you something. Time for class. Bell ring. We should have inanimate objects do an animation. So, like, or not an animation. Like, it could, but also just move. You know what I mean? Animating inanimate objects such as a school bell or similar. Like making the space feel alive so you can get immersed into it. That's a high quality. Why is my fucking Godzilla running into the wall, chat? This is so stupid. I love it. I like you. Really? Thanks. Dude, no way! Okay, so this is kind of cool though when they have this situation where they actually end up saying stuff to each other. Like, let's see. Drama, but no miscommunications. Let's say that. No unnecessary miscommunications. Like, I think unnecessary miscommunications would be something that's not just for humor that people would find funny. I think it would be something that people would just be like, oh my god, this happens every time. Hey guys, I'm back. Let's just be friends. I'm Marissa. I'm Jack. I'm Katie. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so this actually lets you see all of the people in the classroom. Is this bigger than the other cubicles? No, it's the same size, I think. I think it's the same size. Alright, well, I think this is fine. Look at all of these character developments, bro. So, I think this is interesting because you have so much to explore. There's so many characters, and if you design each of them really well, you don't know who's going to be useful. You know what I mean? So, keep interesting spaces for people to explore, such as many characters that are decently designed and used randomly. That's a bit specific, but we can take that with a grain of salt, you know? Let's see. So see how all of these characters have different, like, really different things going on? Like, see, for example, this is, like, this person's, like, kid. The main characters are, like, all the way over here, by the way. So this is just, like, a little bit of lore. This is very fun. Very fun. Mom, I'm back. Welcome back. Brought the friends over. I think it would have been better if they talked about it a little bit more, but I also wasn't paying attention, so I don't know if they did. Look at him run against it. Haha, haha, this is so fun. Okay, yeah, sure, buddy. Whatever you say. Alright, Godzilla, let's go. Let's go. Come on, Godzilla, let's go. Oh, shit, okay. I do find this very funny. Why are they all sitting like this? This is great. Ooh, maybe they could... Okay, so they have, like, gaming stuff, too. That's actually interesting, okay? Alright, I think we're kind of done with this one. This one's kind of, like, what the fuck? Years later. They're getting... Hold on, pause. What's happening right now? They're getting married? Okay. The pacing for this is very fascinating. Okay, they're not going, like, the high school route. So, obviously, keeping interesting hooks. Because this is very interesting. Is he holding a fucking gun? Wait, don't shoot. Oh, and he shot them. That's amazing, low-key. Family photo time, say cheese. The end, like, for part 2. That's actually very fascinating. Who is Katie? This is Katie. Which is the right house wallpaper? I think it's this one. That one looks too bad. Which one is Katie's face? I think this one? Oh, it was the nerd one. Oh yeah, it is that one. So this is also interesting too, because if you do something like this, they might like it. Okay. I think that's enough. I thought we'd have to play multiple to kind of understand them, but that's pretty good. So action or curiosity, or both. So let's say there's a school fight happening, and it's bro's younger brother. Like, what if it's one of those things where you think it's, like, the main character, but it's not, and we subvert expectations to keep them guessing, you know what I mean? That way they can go, wait, okay, they actually kind of thought this through. This is interesting and high quality, but we have to do it carefully, because they might be like, oh, this is obviously going to be a simple story, so this has to be a main character. But what if we kind of hint to it throughout the way, but honestly, not a hint. It's like a smack dab stamp in the face. So hear me out. We start out in the school. In a hallway. There's actually a time where his younger brother got into a fight. Let me reference this really quick. I was actually, like, almost right there witnessing it. I think I witnessed it for a few seconds, but then I left because I was like, whatever, just another school fight. We had them every day. So, we start out in the school in a hallway. It's, like, off of the lunchroom, so we can also use the lunchroom or a lunchroom. People were gathered in a circle. It was actually really funny. Gathered in a circle. What if like somebody's standing on a table? Let's think about this. So hold up. So let's do the layout of this kind of along with this, because this would actually be very smart. I also didn't realize you said the layout of the cubicles. That's my fucking bad. I did not realize you said that. I thought you said something else. Okay, so let's get over here. This is going to be the lunch table, okay? The lunch table, okay? This needs to be bigger. We just need this a little bit bigger. Just a tiny bit. Just like here, maybe? Like, make this an obnoxiously large table. And then what we need is, I'm gonna get this character out of the way really quick. I'm just gonna make a mock-up of what I'm kind of thinking would look best, and then you can do whatever with this. So let me get this stuff really quick. So let's say we have somebody up on the table, and somebody kind of almost on the table, and they're like falling, right? There's like an interesting line of action. And art, when you have something, you want it to be asymmetrical. It draws attention. So let's say I'm gonna take this guy out of here for now, because I already have an idea of kind of how I want it to... Actually, no, I'm gonna keep bro, because I want the character to be kind of like this, and then kind of hitting a pose like they're about to do something, and then like they're about to fight, right? They're about to fight. They're not about to end the fight. They're about to fight. So let's just make some stuff. I'm going to make just some basic things, and then you can decide how good, how bad, how whatever they're gonna be in the other program. So let me just make something real quick here. This will be real easy just to make real quick. But this is going to be like food. Okay, this is going to be some... Ow. This is going to be some food that we can make real quick. Perfect. And let's put... I need this grouped really quick. Actually, I'm going to union this. I think that'll be easiest, honestly. So this is going to be like food, the lunch line, stuff like that, right? Everything needs to be just a tiny bit simple. I think the best thing would be to make the cubicle a bit taller too. I'm not even gonna lie. I think making it taller would be kind of good. So these need like fruits and vegetables and other stuff in it, honestly, if we're being for real with each other. We can have stuff like that. And then I kind of want to include a trash can in this, if I'm being really for real. Let me make a hallway first, though, or at least the resemblance of a hallway. Let me see. So this is going to be over here. We're going to want it like this, but we don't want it poking out the back. Okay. This will be black. Like it's the way to another area, but it's also going to be there. You can make it into a door if you want, though. That'll be fine. This can be brought up forward a bit. I learned something in architecture that if you bring things like your couch a bit forward, it makes them look better. Like, see, it looks slightly better. I don't know how to describe it. It can also be a place to put people behind, actually, or to, like, shove people's faces in the case of school fights or something. Alright, and then the last thing I want is a trash can, so let's just make a really quick trash can out of something we have over here. I think this will be a good idea. So let's make a trash can out of this. This can be also like a full-on dumpster, I'm thinking, too, possibly. Alright, and then I think to keep a bit of the immersion, we're going to use this other lunch table to kind of imply that the lunch area continues. You just can't see it from where you're at. This could also be a way to make other perspectives of the lunch without actually having to, you know what I mean? I think that would make it super, super interesting. Okay, so boom. This will be it. I'm going to make it a bit taller, though. So let's make the roof, like, say that tall, I think. Because schools typically have really high roofs. Very, very high roofs. So let's take the walls and expand them upwards. Yep. Right wall. I'm also going to have to move the lighting up, of course. Probably. But that's okay. Might need to move the stripes up too, now that I think about it. Okay, and then what is this going to be? I need to find cubicle front. Okay, floor. Here we go. Let's move this up. Right wall, we're gonna expand it a bit. Here we go. Boom. Right wall. Here we go. I think this will make it a bit easier for people to understand things because they won't have to be looking up so freaking high. That's what I saw in the other one, and I liked it a lot more, and there were a lot more people playing it than other ones because it was so readable. So I think this looks pretty good. I think another thing that we could also do too is maybe put the player on a bit of an incline, maybe even a slope. So they can kind of change going forward and backward to see whether they want to be close to the scene or further away from it. And if they're further away, they get higher up. Kind of like an auditorium, you know what I mean? I think this looks pretty good. I think it's supposed to be, like, real fucking simple. I think it's a good layout. I think the stuff itself, of course, could use work. But in general, it's not bad. It's not bad. This, of course, could probably use a bit more stuff. Let me anchor this really quick. And then shove it into the thing. It's just a decor part. And we're going to call it door slash hallway. I almost did HW in all caps for hallway for my job. That's low-key kind of terrifying. This is going to be a trash can. Trash. So we're gonna put this, not that. Okay, thank God. Let's calm down a little bit. Let's calm down! Jesus. Can I fucking have this, please? I just want this. Thank God. Damn. Alright, decor. Do I have all this stuff in here? No, I do not. Let's get all these. Group them. Call this, lunch options. Lunch options. And then shove it in as well into the decor. And I think that should be everything. I think everything's in here. Let me check. Yes, everything's in here. Okay, so you can take that one when you're ready. When you're ready, Freddy. Ready? So, that'd be fine. Jesus. Yes, bro. We got this. We locked in. So that'll make it easy for the layout. We have a trash can we can put people in. We have some food over here, so if they want to explore, maybe they can even order. Like, maybe that could be kind of an interactive thing. They could have hidden badges, and that could be one of them. Over here could be just a hallway for either, like, doors or a hallway for, like, the next area. Because if they're going to be watching over this way, you want the doors to be going this way. That way it kind of leads their eye over that way, and they go that way, right? Right? Another thing we could do too is remove the red stripes on the side and only have them on the back to make a continuous pattern to make them also want to go forward. There's like psychology behind this, chat. Don't ask me. I just think of it. Okay, so we start out at school in the hallway or lunchroom gathered in a circle. The main character's brother, this is based off of real events, by the way, is fighting some guy, but it's on a lunch table. But it's on a lunch table. Or around it. But I'm thinking it's on the lunch table so the players can see who we're supposed to be focusing on easier. You know what I mean? They're able to see the characters on the lunch table. It makes it much more smarter. Is this a 2.5D game? I have no idea what that is. Hold up. Let me look at that for a second. Let me look it up. 2.5D game. Describes a bridge between a flat 2D and a fully immersive 3D. Oh, that's actually tough. What the hell? Hold on, wait. Locked to a 2D plane, but the visuals are rendered in 3D, or a 2D artwork designed with perspective tricks to simulate a 3D environment. So it is not, but that sounds cool as hell, and we need to have more games like that, low-key, and I need to play more games like that. It is, it's essentially just a game that's supposed to be like it's 3D, completely 3D, and you're just walking along and watching the stories. So it's kind of like a 2.5D game, except you can go in and interact with everything. Like, you can sit on these, you can interact with the trash cans and the food, hopefully, eventually, which will be, excuse me, fine. I can come up with those ideas, and then all together as people, we can script them. Either Tedo can script them, or I can script them, that's fine. And then, I'm gonna make sure that my freaking music's still playing, hold up. And then from there, we can keep doing this process over and over and over and over again. So, we got a lot of work to do, bruh. My voice is already getting shot. It's like the story games from around 2018. Exactly, yeah. Except it's like a true story. It's genuinely true, which I know some of them are. But this one is like true, but it's not about any of us that are working on it. We're like recreating something. I'm the one who witnessed it. Nobody else has witnessed it here, but they have known the lore for a few years now, so now it's kind of like a meme in the community. It's great. It's of this song. Let me play it for you. It's really great. Be careful. Your ears might really hurt from this. It might be painful. Prepare yourself.
What if I told you how I felt inside? What if I told you
I won't play it. I won't play it for this. Few years. Okay, a few year. I'll clarify that. Change a thing. Isn't it wonderful, guys? So this is gonna be like the best part of it. But this guy is crazy. So I was like, damn, I'm gonna tell you guys about this. And then everybody was like, we can capitalize on this! So now we're capitalizing on it, which is honestly the best part of this place. I love this community. I really want to turn this off right now. Okay. True business, exactly. Can I turn this off, actually? I don't know if I can. I'm just gonna mute it for you guys. I'm gonna listen to it, though, secretly. True business, exactly. Alright, so I'm gonna just keep talking normally. So we start out in school in a hallway or lunchroom, gathered in a circle. I witnessed this fight, only for a little bit though. The main character's brother is fighting some guy, but it's on a lunch table, or around it. This provides the viewer with easy viewing of who the character they're supposed to focus on is. That's a weird way of wording it, but essentially it draws the people's eyes to which character they should be focusing on, because they'll be up compared to everybody else being down. This was something I learned in theater, because one time we did sachets in Mamma Mia, and I was in 6-inch tall heels, and I had to go on a table and be spun around a very uneven ground. It was low-key terrifying as hell, but that's okay. That's the best wall texture I could find. Oh god, let me see the media. Chat, let's take a look at this. I like how people are trying to tell me I shouldn't tell the rest of the story that I just learned about a different story to you guys, because it's not very good. Okay, let me see the media. It looks so dirty. Jesus Christ, it does. It kind of looks like one of those horror games that they would make. Or Fiended Fish. Alright, so Whirly Turly is done. We're going back to the regular music, okay? Chat, take a look. It's in a book. This is what we're looking at, okay? See? This is what one of the cubicles is gonna look like, alright? Make sure, if you haven't already, adjust the height so it's taller. If you need a reference, think like 6 Roblox characters tall, or 5 Roblox characters tall. That'll be the best you can do, I'd say. I think if we go in, like, short as this, it would be more kind of looking in, and they won't be able to see things in the back as much. And if they try jumping around, it might be a bit difficult. And I think since they're in first person and they can't scroll out, we need to really keep that in mind. Like, that's going to make looking at stuff a lot harder. I didn't even think about that. But that we need to really pay attention to that. A lot. So, we start out in the school in a hallway or a lunchroom gathered in a circle. The main character's brother is fighting some guy, but it's on a lunch table around it. It provides the viewer with easy viewing of who the character is supposed to focus on is. I forgot. Did he end up winning that fight? I think he did, which was actually very surprising because he was like low-key an underdog. But I think he was just low-key swinging punches like crazy and he ended up winning. The brother ends up swinging so many punches. Bro wins the battle and everyone is stunned because bro is low-key an underdog. We're gonna speak like this in casual terms because they always say to tell a story you should say it casually, and so that'll be better. I can have different sizes for the different ones. Okay, that's not a bad idea, yeah. If we don't like it too, we can always change it. I think that's a good idea to try out because in the first person perspective, that might be a better idea. Let me think. This will be interesting to see how it works with first person since we haven't seen one in first person. If we can find one in first person, that'll be kind of nice. Let me see. I'm going to go into some other story games and just see what else they have, because some of these look really well made, and I'm gonna try to see if they have any specifically, like, first-person stuff. Okay, this is just some random shit, obviously. I'm just speedrunning something in the background to see if it's anything useful really quick. Can I skip this dialogue? Okay, the mouths are actually moving when people are talking. That's crazy. People have 1.8 million visits to this. This is crazy. It's also really well made. There's animations. I'm gonna send this to you, Banana, just so you can get an idea of, like, a good story game that isn't necessarily, like, cringy Roblox story game, but it is a story game of some kind. Send it to you. Okay, it's also, like, a little difficult to get into because it's really long, so I'm not gonna play it. Seems a little bit too much. Seems a little bit too much for what we're going for. Possibly not enough. So let's see. Sad, doomed Roblox story. Let's see what comes up, chat. Let's see what comes up. Look. Look at all this. This is crazy. We need to have, like, some places where they have, like, really sad, like, little areas where they can, like, talk to each other, you know what I mean? It's very sad. You know, how do you low-key go into a story and make all of these different areas and then end up using all of them? Because I think that's going to be very difficult. Mainly because we need to write out the plot, chat. We need to write out the plot. So, bro ends up winning. And he leaves. It's like anticlimactic, right? With no consequences. So let's say then, after he does that, the whirly man appears. The whirly man appears. And he lectures him because he was also, like, really pissed that he got into a fight. And is furious at him. Everyone is gathered around now. Because this is more entertaining than the fight. This is the bad part about my school. They're very, very, very drama-pilled, bro. Would it be funnier for the room to be hella dirty looking and shit? I think it would be accurate, and I think it would be very funny. So I think you should definitely 100% do that, bro. These people I talk to are so funny. I'm keeping looking at their little notifications because some of them keep responding to what I've been asking about this new lore I've learned recently. It's very interesting. I'm never sharing it though because it's a little very demonetizable. Let me tell you, I have seen things I do not want to see ever again in my life, but unfortunately they sent videos there and I do not like them. And no, it is not the Loom video. So don't ask. This is of a completely different person. Everyone is gathered around now, watching them bicker. They end up hitting each other a bit, but the winner ends up storming off. Type shit, type shit, type shit. Hallway. So this is gonna be like, this is gonna be the places. So we have cafeteria. We have hallway. The winner ends up storming off. The real main character is standing there, really perplexed and furious. Not perplexed, just really angry and frustrated. But he needs to go to class. So there's a problem and there's an obstacle, see? So this is like the loop. This is the loop. So the hook, action or curiosity. We start in a school hallway, gathered in a circle. That's the curiosity. What is it? Dude's fighting some guy, but it's on a lunch table. There's the context. It's a school fight. You can tell that from the things around them in the dialogue. They're gonna be like, I'm gonna beat you up, punk. I'm gonna beat you up. No, I'm gonna beat you up. Stuff like that. There's stakes. There's consequences. People can say like, oh, the teachers are coming. The teachers are coming. There's the time consequences, which is also another good thing. Let's see. People can be saying they see a teacher in the distance or something and saying they need to finish fighting quickly. So that adds a bit more intensity, right? They're gonna be like, oh, can they finish this fast enough? Who's gonna win? Are they gonna win, or is a teacher gonna get there first? Like, that gets people's brain intrigued. That's what I've learned. The brother ends up swinging so many punches. Bro wins the battle and everyone is stunned because Bro is low-key an underdog. We need to establish that Bro is an underdog from the start, though. So we need to show how Bro was, like, super, like, bruised, not doing too good, nobody's cheering for him. We can even show this visually. So say that we have the character that he's fighting up on the table. We have a bunch of people behind that table, behind him. Then we have the character, the main character's brother, on the floor looking up as he's about to get swung on. That would be a really interesting perspective, right? A really interesting perspective. So let's go back into the game really quick. And let's see what this could be. So, if we have, say, like, tons of people over here gathered around, and then they're saying, oh, a teacher's coming, which, Loki, I'm going to see if I can, Andy's coming! Oh, shit, okay, my bad. Let me go ahead and just, duplicate one of these over here. Boom. Also, let me get these a little bit further in real quick. So let's say that we actually somehow have two of these, but I need to move this one over here, and then let's move this over here, like that. Let's switch this up a bit. So it's kind of like continuous, you know what I mean? There's two entrances, two exits, or what we could do is we could have it. I think having two entrances and exits makes things a little bit confusing, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make it in the back. So it's kind of like an area where people back there can come out of. So let's do that instead. Like that. Okay, and that's my only real altercation for that. Alteration, my bad. Alteration. We're gonna place this back here so it's a little bit difficult for people to see without really checking it out. Here we go. Here we go. Let's move this a bit more front and center, along with the character, just so I can get an idea of the space. Okay. Here we go. So, this will be our layout. Say, we have a bunch of people sitting over here, maybe people sitting at the table cheering. People over here going, oh yeah, you got it, you got it, you got it. But we want this to be on a diagonal. In acting, we always have things in a triangle or a diagonal. The reason is that allows everybody to see the character that they're trying to root for. If we have this on a diagonal, we want the most important characters to be either really difficult, like not difficult to see, but mysterious back turned, so we don't really tell how they're looking and we have to go and check, or we can see them really quickly and see how they are. We want the underdog to be seen. So we want the underdog to be somewhere probably like right here, since he's got to leave really quick too. So let's say the underdog is right here. This is the underdog. Everybody else is like over here-ish, kind of blocking a bit of this stuff for now, so the characters, so like the people watching are just focused solely on this. There's going to be interesting stuff back here, but we need to block it for now so they don't get too interested in it right now. So, we have the underdog here, we have the person he's fighting right over here, we have people over there watching, maybe some people behind the counter watching, and then a whole group over here kind of watching, and then we have also people that are gathered in a circle, of course, but over here, we need to have it like we're a part of the circle, we're a part of the club, okay? It's perfect. Bear with me. So, that's going to be the design. How we're looking at this, it'll be like this design for everything, but we need it to stay a little bit interesting, so we'll figure that out when we have it, but that's going to be the general basis of that. Hallway. We need to make a hallway, actually, so let's make a hallway really quick, and then we can continue on with whatever we're doing. So, I think for this, we're going to take this cubicle, duplicate it, and make it over here next to this area. For the hallways, they're going to be much slimmer, I think. So let's make this a little bit slimmer and then just make it a lot easier for people to see stuff. So what if we do something sort of like, let's see, hallway cubicle, decor, cubicle front, back wall. Let's just move the back wall forward. Like this, yeah. We can move the red stripes forward as well. Like this. Yes, like this. Just because I'm not fucking feeling it, I'm not gonna leave this shit like this because I don't know, it just feels wrong. You know what I mean? If you have like something unfinished in the back, it feels wrong. Unless it's Minecraft, then of course, you always have something unfinished. Let's see. There we go. And then let's take all of the walls and just really quickly make them a little bit easier to work with. Okay, great. That's 1, 2, 3, roof, 4. Nice. Are you trying to fucking break the game, bro? I'm scared. Very scared. Why was it so laggy? I'm terrified, bro. What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna bring this over into the other one. This one's going to be classroom, hallway. So this one will be over here. And let's bring this one over, right over here. This is a hallway, so all we really need to do is just hit one of these, if we're being honest with each other, chat. This is all. Okay, like this. And like this. And then make sure that it doesn't poke through. Let me make sure this one isn't either. It's not poking through on those ones, is it? I can't tell. That is. Okay, let me quickly go fix that. So it's not. Because that would be very annoying to deal with later on. Door, hallway. Door, hallway. Okay, so this one's like totally good. This one, on the other hand, needs a bit of work. So that's the cafeteria cubicle. Let's focus on this one. So the red stripes need to move up. They need to move up like big time. This is gonna be the height one, okay? Trying to think of what we had in our school. We had lockers, but they were really fascinating, honestly. So let's make some locker like stuff. They were sort of, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I mean, they weren't typical lockers. That's the problem. Like, they were just weird. Let me quickly make a duplicate of this and hit one of these. And then we can make this. Negate it. Like that. And then union it. Boom. Perfect. Then we can add another part. And make this the door. We had those, we had like some weird locks. They were like master key locks for some of them, I think. I don't know how to describe them. I don't think anybody ever used their locker, though. I think everybody just did other shit, honestly. Okay, and then let's make this in an interesting way. They had holes in them. So, like, you could low-key steal people's stuff if you were really good at it. I don't know why. I guess maybe that's why people didn't really use lockers. But, I mean, they look like this, sort of. But they had, like, actual fucking pads on them, like keypad type shits. Not like you insert a code, but like you have a fucking actual key to your locker. It's very fascinating. Probably just another way for them to get money up for the school, honestly, if I have to guess. Okay, let's see. How does that look? Not bad. Okay. It's not horrible. I'm just making a grate. Okay, perfect. I'm actually gonna move that one down. There we go. See? That's kind of what they look like, except they would have a little thing on the side, and they would look a little bit weirder if I had to really describe it, honestly. Okay. So, these are going to be grouped. They're going to be the grates thingies. Great. Great. We're going to take this. We're going to separate it. Then we're going to make it this color, and we're going to make it metal. Do we have metal in here? Yes, we do, actually. It really doesn't look like metal. I'm going to try ice. I think ice might be a better one for this. Low-key, they did look that shitty. Let's do corroded metal. Yeah, that looks about right. Alright, nice! Honestly, the corroded metal would be much more funny if it was, like, genuinely not so corroded. It was just, like, actually, just a tiny bit ass. Just a little bit, you know what I mean? Okay. So then, I guess what we'll do here... Is it also getting these? Okay, let's put this all into a group. Call it locker. So this is going to be locker. We are going to put this against here. Let's rotate it, though. Let's rotate it. So this is going to go against these walls here, because we don't... I mean, they look different from this, but this is okay. Like, I think everybody recognizes the square lockers as opposed to what we had. We had, like, some weird angled ones. So let's go with this. Okay. Because we want people's eyes to keep on moving forward, I'm going to add an asymmetrical door. And it's going to be, like, right here. And by asymmetrical, I mean placed asymmetrically. It's not actually going to be an asymmetrical door. That would be stupid. Did you get a better door, actually? I feel like you did. No, you just, put it in more. Okay. Okay. Not bad. I'll do that. We'll do that. Let me get this door. Let me put it over here. Okay. I think we should also have a school bell, by the way. Like 100% have a school bell. So let's make one. We're going to take a sphere. And I have no idea what a school bell looks like, by the way. So we're just going to make this and pray to God that it looks like one, okay? We're going to make this look like one at the end of this. Trust. Alright. Make a union. I think they also have like a little arm or something, so we're gonna take a cylinder and we're gonna just take a fucking chunk out of that shit. So let's make this, and then we can make something like this. Make it bigger. Make this negative. Place the positive, and then this needs to be a bit, just this one. Needs to be a bit more oval, and a bit wider this way. Okay. And then union. Okay. It's not bad. Needs to be thinner. It's like a little crescent now. Okay, not bad. Make it a bit bigger. Wrap it around. Bullshitting shit. I love it. This Loki looks like a planet more than anything. Alright, and then let's just put a sphere on there. That'll be decent enough for me personally. I think that's fine. Okay. Okay. This thing looks so funny. I love it. All right. So we're gonna turn this a bit more. We're gonna make it just a bit better, just a bit. Let's put this over here now. All right, then all of this we can make all of this like a gold brassy color, right? Like neon orange. That's the color. That's the color we want. Oh right, this stuff is already like. Okay, dark orange, bright orange, neon orange. Union that shit. Separate it. Apply scale, please. And then make this neon. Union it. Oh, jeez. I fucking hate it when it does shit like this. What the fuck? What happened? Reset scale. Okay, great. Thanks. Glad I did all that. Okay. Union it. I actually need to make it into the correct thing. I just forgot about that. Fuck my life, bro. Okay, let's see. If we make this into what can we do? Foil, I think would be the best option. Low-key, I think foil's the best we got right now. That's what I've got with just like the Roblox shit. Okay. All good, all good, all good, all good. There we go. Let's separate this. Let's make it into foil real quick. Boom. Okay, this is good. Alright, so let's calm down now. There we go. Alright, there's my school bell. I think it looks ass, and I'm very pleased with it. Alright, here we are. Boom! Boom! Why does this thing look like that? Jesus. Chad, do you see this thing? Okay. Okay. I think it honestly has a silver on it somewhere. I think that's what I'm missing, but that's okay. That's okay. This thing looks goofy as fuck. I love it. Okay. How the fuck? What fucking direction do you need me turned in, buddy? I think it's this way. Alright, boom. School bell. It low-key looks like a school bell from afar. I think if we made the arm silver, it would have been perfect. But that's okay. Alright, there's the layout for the hallway. Bro's gonna be traveling left to right because they're reading left from right. We're going to leave the door closed. But I think it's interesting to keep the lockers having a window in case we want to shove something in there like decorations, people, etc. Many different things, right? I think we have good ideas here that we can use. Many good ideas that we can use. Alright. So there's that. Let me get everything in here though. Okay, great. All of this is going to go into the decor. Boom! Boom! Okay. Let me make sure everything is anchored because I don't think a lot of it is. I'm so glad. I'm off work tomorrow. I'm so happy, chat. Y'all have no idea. Ah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I was genuinely considering taking up a shift tomorrow, but then I realized I value my fucking time in my life. Like, goddamn, I have a video to make. Alright, red stripes. I think the red stripes are not anchored, so I'm also going to anchor those really quick. Are they? No, they're not. That's actually horrible. Alright, everything in here should be anchored now, actually. Alright, so there's the hallway done. There's the hallway done. Perfect. So, chat, going back to what we're going to be having in the hallway, like staging in the hallway, we need to make sure that we have that, okay? We need to make sure that we have that. Alright. So, with the, let's see. Brother is walking through the hallway. MC's brother. MC's brother is walking through the hallway. The whirly man appears. MC. And he lectures him and is furious at him. Everyone is gathered now, watching them bicker. They end up hitting each other a bit, but the winner ends up storming off. The real MC is standing there, really angry and frustrated, but he needs to go to class. Oh, so sad, bro. So sad. Classroom. This is not going to be the, like, classroom. Normal classroom. We can have a little funny thing here. Like, maybe, he can be late, or maybe his brother's late. So what can happen is that the main character goes, no, we shouldn't have his brother go into the class with him, because then that would make the people think that his brother's the main character. Let's just have him. Just him. He arrives to class late, and his clothespin is moved down a color. What do that mean, you may ask? I show what that mean. So, on our little classroom, this looks fucking amazing, I love it. And the classroom cubicle, we have this. This shows how much of a good person you are. I made the clothespin, isn't it beautiful? They place your clothespin on whichever color you are. If you're a good student, you're in the green. If you're a bad student, you're in the red. So if you arrive to class late, your clothespin will go down a color. And every day, it will stay where it's at until you make something good or bad happen. And then it'll change. Excuse me. So, we shall experiment with that and kind of add it as a little Easter egg, I think. I think that's going to be a bit of the humor because it's so good quality that we keep track of it and exactly how people are doing. Like, for example, this can affect how other teachers treat them because when they go on their little teacher's break, they're going to talk shit about their students. That's all my teachers did. Or their student teachers. When I was in high school, I used to skip out on class with permission from the teacher, of course, because I'm evil, but I'm not a monster. And I would go sneak out, with permission, to the library. And I would go into this back room with all these sofas, and it was like a cool little hangout area with a few of my friends who were in the same class as me, who would also sneak out with permission. And we would go into there and just chill and do assignments and talk. And it was honestly some of the best years. I think it was honestly my favorite year at high school, and I low-key miss it. I miss talking to those people, but one of them has moved, and I don't talk to them very much anymore. And one time, my teacher from the class I was going to later that day came in with her computer. She sat down next to me. And she started talking shit about the student teacher that was in my class to me. And I was like, lady, listen. Let me stop you right there. I'm in that class. You understand I could tell this to her any time? Like, I'm not, because I'm not gonna do that. Which I guess she knew because she was yapping to me about it. But, like, bro, I don't want to hear this. I'm trying to do my assignments for once. Like, I hate school, and I would rather do it than listen to you. So, low-key, I hate you being here, but you're also kind of giving me very good motivation to do my assignments while also trying to hinder me from doing them all at once. She's just talking about how bad of a person she is. Blah, 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 blah. So keep in mind, the teachers will talk shit. And if they do, who gives a fuck? Because that was the teacher who's got some pretty bad issues with family-wise. So if she ever talks shit about me, I'm like, probably just turned in a stupid paper with a stupid typo, and that's probably it. Keep in mind, people may hate you for dumb-ass reasons, and it's not your job to try to convince them not to hate you. And yes, I am a hypocrite for saying that. A very big hypocrite for saying that. Here we go. Okay, so there's the lockers. They're fine. Much better. Much better now. Okay. So we have the lockers. The next thing that we need to do, his clothespin is moved down a color. People snicker as he sits down. Actually, no, people aren't really mean at my school, honestly. Well, actually, I mean, they're pretty damn mean, but he was, like, a mean person, you know what I mean? Like, everybody was just sick and tired of him. They didn't want to snicker at him or get rude toward him, because then he would just yap and, like, send weird shit to them. Let's say that. People quietly discuss the fight and such as the teacher is teaching stuff. The teacher needs to have a personality too, right? So, like, let me think of a teacher that I think I only shared one class with this guy at my entire time of high school, and I wish I didn't. I wish I shared no classes with this guy. I'm not even gonna say I'm lucky, because any experience is horrible. Let me see. It was... I don't remember what class it was. I think history is what we should go with, because that's the only teachers I can think of right now. So let's go with history. Just teaching history. And what we can do is... we need to portray this character as being relatable, but honestly, he would be the type of person in a class to go like, teacher, that's wrong. I read in this book one. I read in this book one time that that's not what happened. So, we've got our hands full here, okay? We've got a lot of things that we have to do. I'm gonna eat this cheese and pray to God I don't die. But low-key, I brought them up tonight because I was hungry and I wanted to see if I can die. I also ate like 5 Benadryl earlier today. I don't know if I want to do this actually. What does this have in it? Never mind, I'm not eating it. I look, he stole them from somebody who fucking opened the bag like it was a fucking like thing they had to do in 2 seconds, otherwise they get shot with a bazooka. I don't know who the hell clawed that thing open, but it has a tear like all the way down the side, and it's actually concerning me. Like a lot. But that's okay. That's okay. We're fine. It's fine. It's very fine, okay? It's okay. So, he arrives to class. He arrives to class late, and his clothespin is moved down a color. People quietly discuss the fight and such as the teacher is teaching history. We need the main character to do something. He's too passive right now. So the main character decides to answer a question, but goes on a small rant about it. People talk about him being a know-it-all, because that was honestly a pretty big thing I called him. Bro is sad. He wouldn't have been sad in this situation. He would have started throwing hands. But that is against the point. Or throwing hands. I'll add that as an option, but we might need to redesign the classroom if it's going to be a fighting area. Let me think. Let's see. Teacher lectures the class saying, "Don't say that! Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah." We get internal monologue. No. What if we actually have the main character doing something? Like, you know, let's say the main character literally stands up, and proclaims, "My wisdom teeth hurt so bad right now." Like, they genuinely hurt really bad. I'm not even kidding with you guys. They have already broken through my gums, and they still have not gotten me an appointment to get them pulled. But they said they'd do it without anesthesia, and I'm very scared about that. But that's fine. That's okay. That's like an inside thought that escaped the asylum. So the MC literally stands up and proclaims, I'm smart, and I know what I know. Proclaims something, witty, haha, funny, and decides to leave class early. The teacher is like, "Okay, bro, whatever." Because that's the type of teacher this guy would have been. And then let's see. Hallway. Let me think. Turly Girly was the type of person who definitely would have been skipping classes, but only for like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, then walks around the school for 20 minutes type of skipping. You know what I mean? Like, not skipping the class fully. The sky looks beautiful right now, by the way. It's like sunset. It's gorgeous. And, she would be the type that would be like, oh, I'll run it down to the office. I'll go to the bathroom. And then she'll be like, low-key, guys, I gotta go take a fat poop. And then just walk around the school for 30 minutes. That would be the kind of person. And low-key, I was not like that until I was like that, like, my junior year. Where I was walking around the school for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but always be after school. Like, I would just stick her in the school and just walk around. I was low-key kind of weird. But I only did that rarely. Like, that wasn't a very common occurrence. And it would usually be after school activities too, so it would be like late in the day. But did you know that like schools just keep their lights on throughout the night? Like, that's freaky, bro. I don't know if ours did, actually. I don't think it did. I think ours might have been too, like, not important enough. But there's a few schools that do. I think they turned ours off. I feel like they did. Because, yeah, they do. Because there's rooms that I've been in, hallways I've been in that, like, had their lights off when we went in to check. Okay. The main character walks around looking at things, perchance. This pacing needs a bit less stuff, but that's okay. Because what we'll do is we'll cut out some parts to make only the necessary parts at the end. That'll be perfect. That'll be perfect. Perfect. Let me actually go grab some food really quick, though, because I don't know why I'm, like, extremely hungry right now. I am hungry. So I'll go, get something really quick. I'm going to make this right here so people can see it. Alright. I'll be right back, chat. I will be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. I got food. I got an entire container of goldfish. Woo! Goldfish! One jumped out at you. Better eat that. Some fruit snacks. I have snacks in my house, chat. It's usually an ingredient household, but we got snacks today. It's a miracle. I made food, like a shit ton of food yesterday, right before the stream, because I was hopefully gonna meal prep. I never meal prep. I usually just starve. But now I have food to eat. I'm so out of breath from talking. It's been like 2 seconds. I think we try to eat and talk. That's when it starts to get difficult. You know what I mean? I have some bananas downstairs that are ripening. And low-key, I'm so excited. It's gonna be like tomorrow or the day after, and I'm gonna make banana bread or some shit. I'm so excited for that shit, I'm not gonna lie. It's amazing. Okay, so this is going to change now. Put this back over here. This is going to be great. La 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 la. Let's just do that. Okay. So, let's spend some time in Roblox, because that's more fun than anything else, honestly. So we have this, right? We have a hallway. We have a cafeteria. We have the bathrooms. And we have this. And we have the classroom. Bro is working on the bedroom right now, I believe. Just so you know, after you do that, you can work on the cafeteria or the hallway, either one. A banana. Either one is ready for you whenever you'd like. Okay. Hallway cubicle. I'm thinking this one needs to be some other place that we aren't necessarily expecting. We have a lot of really basic spots, you know what I mean? Maybe we could use... What if we get a classic road scene? Hear me out. Let's calm down now. This needs to be taller. So let's get the roof up. Let's make it a lot taller, okay? Everything needs to go up, up, up. Boom. Okay. Left wall. Boom. What else? Where's the back wall? There it is. Up, up, up. Boom. Okay, and then the framing, which will be a little bit more difficult, but we shall work with it. Okay, bring this up. Okay. Also, for anybody wondering why there was no Yowie at the start of stream today, it's because this is the Yowie. This is literally it. Okay? I was considering... I don't know why I'm struggling to talk so bad right now. I feel like my throat is shot, and I don't know why. I was considering loading up AO3, which I have no idea anything about AO3. But I was considering it, because it was kind of low-key the best guess I had for something I should do. Alright. So this is going to be a roadway, okay? Roadways are going to be pretty easy to do. Gonna be pretty easy, I think. I think. We have no sidewalks in America. So this is the sidewalk. Okay? Make it a bit shorter and boom! There you go. You can walk on that if you really want to. That's just about it, okay? It's just about all you're getting. You try walking on it, you're gonna get arrested because it's illegal. Sounds right. Sounds like my America. So, let's then take this and put it lower, like this. This is going to be the road, so we want this to be like an asphalt. I think there actually is something called, yeah, asphalt. My bad. So boom, see? Beautiful. Do we have concrete? Yeah. Boom! Here we are. Okay. Let's take this and make a dotted line now. This is a rural school. We only have one-lane roads, actually. Now that I think about it, we only have one-lane roads. We can make the front of the school, too, in one of these, and then just a road in another. Big brain? Big brain. Okay. What kind of school should we make, though? Should the school... I mean, the school should be, like... pretty rural, but I mean, it's not like as rural as those little rural classrooms we saw the other day. It's gotta be a healthy mix, chat. It's gotta be a healthy mix, right? It's gotta be a much healthy mix. So possibly... yeah, I'm low-key just thinking we just go with something real easy. Let's see. This will be the road. Let's make a school in the background. Like this. These are the stairs in the background. And then the rest of it is just going to be like super duper small, like smushed, you know what I mean? Boom. Oh, that's not the edge. Here we go. Let's do this now, where we... I think that'll still show? Yeah. Right? I don't know. If it does, it doesn't really show too well, and that's okay. That's okay. We can show this... Let's work on this in a minute. Just shove it in assets for now. We're gonna get rid of that. That can stay. I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. I think everything looks low-key good right now, see? This is pretty chill. It's not very much stuff so far. Not very much stuff. We got everything organized really well, so it's going pretty good. So, this needs, like, grass. What's happening? Are you in your own game or something? No, I'm here. Let me rejoin. I should be in there, at least. Oh, is it having a hard time connecting? I'm here, look at the top right. Yeah, there we are. Test. Hi. Hold up. Give me 1 second. I just need to. Okay, it works now. Good. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. I wonder why it was being so weird. I wonder if it was probably just my Wi-Fi being weird. Loki taking a snack break. Let me look at this. Okay. We're going to the Create tab. We're going to find out we're going to go find some stuff. Creations, I assume. Oh, no. Development items. Plugins, audio decals, images, videos, missions, mesh parts, animations. I've created a lot of animations. The most recent ones are back in 2024 November. Over a year ago. My earliest one was in 2019. And obviously I have a lot of meshes from Blender. Very fascinating. Nothing really cool. Except for that. That looks a little scary. I don't think I'm going to be showing anybody that. Okay, well I didn't mean to go here, but this is quite fascinating to look at, obviously. I think I'm going to go somewhere else now. Oh god, I've actually uploaded a lot of images to this place. Oh, that's right. Because I actually had an idea for something I was gonna do. Like, I had a game I was going to make on here that I now remember. I made that in 2020? Damn, that thing looks horrible. I'm so glad I've improved as an artist. I want to see this one. I'm so curious. I'm like getting so distracted right now. I'm getting so distracted right now, chat. Don't worry. I'm gonna look just a bit longer. Just a bit longer. What did I make in 2017? Oh, it was a warrior cat thing. That's kind of terrifying. I think I'm gonna click off of that now. I think I'm gonna leave now. I think I'm gonna go away. How the fuck do I get to, like, people's stuff they've made? Dude, no. That's not where I want to go. Oh my god, it sent me back to the homepage. Hold up. Store. That's what it is. Store messes with me, because why am I buying shit? Give me a free decal, twin. What the fuck? Trending shop new. Can I just get a decal, please? Grass. I don't want a mesh. I don't want a base plate. I want a decal. Bruh. Decals. Thank you. It's gonna aggravate me, bro. Oh, let me think. 2D assets, please. Thank you. Good lord. Why is it so damn difficult? Okay. I want some good grass. I don't want the shit that you get in the fucking, like, Minecraft. Ooh, wait, hold up. I found some good shit. The Roblox catalog. It's ass. Alright. So now we're going to go and switch this. Add grass here. This grass looks very good, by the way, just so everybody knows. It looks very good. So I'm very excited for this. Look at this grass. Doesn't this look fabulous, chat? It looks absolutely wonderful, right? I'm so glad you all agree. Alright, road. Chat, let's check what road we want. I'm not gonna dox myself when I do this, right? No. Here we are. See? I need something like this. We shall copy that one if we don't find a better one. Dude, all of these are killing me. Country road, that's just perfect. Alright, now we need to go back. And let's go here and add it to the wall. We need to add this shit to the wall. Add a decal. Over here. Boom. Oh yeah, I think also we need to make the floor just a little bit more orangey. If we're gonna do something like this. It's perfect. It's perfect. Alright, right wall needs a decal. It's beautiful, it's beautiful. Don't ask how there's two suns, chat. This is very irrelevant, okay? It's fine. Alright. Now let's search for a countryside. I think a countryside, like a countryside. Just like some bumfuck ass shit, you know what I mean? English countryside. Look, these are like aesthetic countrysides. I need like rural. Like if you lived there, you'd be like, damn, this shit looks ass. This is not quite what I'm looking for, but that's okay. We'll use this. The back wall, I presume? Decal. This gives a little bit of an interesting change of pace, I feel like. Can I make this a little bit more orangey? Okay. It gets the vibe across. It gets the vibe across, and that can be changed so it kind of wraps around if we want it to. But it gives the vibe, you know what I mean? Kind of like you're on a curve. Let me change the road to match the images. So, the road seems to be like two paths like these. We'll just move this like this. Perfect. Just like that. And then there's another one over here, which is also like this. Boom. And then this part in the middle can be a little bit of like grass, you know, like the grass that sticks up and shit. It will be orangey. Like it's kind of like a greenish orange, I think. Can we get this in a darker color? Okay, hold up. Grass. Looks too bright. I think I need it more orange, though. I think that would genuinely look the best right now. And then these two parts. I hate that they're the first and the last. It's very annoying. These need to be like some kind of... Cardboard would be a decent idea, but I think it needs to be some kind of like ground as well, because it's ground, you know what I mean? It needs to be some kind of... that might work, let's see. Okay. Here we go. What is the other one? Granite. Okay, so let's make this one granite as well. Boom! Okay, now this actually looks pretty good. See? It matches, it matches, it matches. Let's make a fence. These roads don't typically have fences, but let's make a fence just for the vibe. You know what I mean? So let's say this is a fence. And then we can have a post like this. Then we can have a post like this that goes like this. It needs to be a bit smaller though, low-key. Okay. Alright, boom. Then we just make all of this, like this color would be good because it's gonna be in the sun. So we want it to be an interesting color, you know what I mean? Let's make a wood plank, so I think that looks a little bit worse. Yeah. 100%. 100%. Oh, look at that. Yes, it looks horrible. I love it. I love it. Let's, anchor it really quick. Okay. We're gonna keep- oh, what the fuck was that, bro? Why did it just do a 180, chat? Did anybody just see that? It did an absolutely vile, diabolic- no, it actually didn't, because you're still stuck on that tab. I'm so sorry. Alright, here we go. Let us go back here, chat. This is fine. This is the best place to be. Alright. We're gonna try to make this look a little rickety or something, you know what I mean? So it looks a little interesting. It has interest. Visual interest. Okay. This needs to be like this. And then let's take this one, separate it, and then just make everything a bit smaller so that way we don't have to worry about it clipping through. Just like that. Perfect. Boom! There we are, there we are. 1, 2, 3. I actually need to unionize these ones first. Okay. Not quite. Okay, there you go. Union, 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 group. Fence. Let me go ahead and put that over here. Boom. I think that makes the road cubicle done. I think that looks pretty damn good. I think that one will be best used for like a school bus or something, which will be interesting. Sorry, I take it so long to do basically what it looks like nothing, but it's because Roblox is weird with the importing and trying to make it work consistently with my workflow so I can work without crazy issues going forward. You're fine, bro. What up? Truman Show. It is a Truman Show, bro. I promise. Everything is. I'm going to literally take a fucking spoon to my mouth and dig out my fucking wisdom teeth, or every single day that they exist, I'm going to push them with my tongue in order to turn them so That's not good. What are we doing, buddy? Don't buffer like that. Don't buffer like that. Stop it. Stream should hopefully be back. I hope. I really hope. Oh, God. Should be fine. Should be. Okay. Well, Anyways, so the next point we have to do with this is duplicate this again, but make it school front. And by the way, take as much time as you need, Banana. I am completely fine with you doing whatever the fuck. So road. So I guess we just need a school in the background. Let's just get a school in the background. Countryside school. Let's look up decal chat. Which one will be the best one, you'll think? Hey, what were you saying about the wisdom teeth? I'm going to take a spoon and shove it in my mouth and dig them out because I'm tired of this. Or I'm gonna like just use my tongue to just like make them grow in better. Have you heard of the fact that you can like use your tongue to push your teeth around a little bit? Not too much, but you can a little bit. I'm just gonna take that to the extreme. Okay? I'm gonna take that to the extreme. I literally think that all of these look great except for the fact that they have people in them. And I think this needs to be... Sorry, Camp Buddy is killing me right now. Do not go to Camp Buddy, chat. This is not gonna end up well. I forgot what Camp Buddy is, but I know it's bad, I think. Let me think. I don't see anything really great. I guess this could be their school. Let's see what this looks like, chat. Let's see what this looks like, okay? I feel like my teeth move too much. Why? Do you need braces? Does anybody here have braces? Tell us your experience. I got mine off a few months ago. Here we go. I got mine off like a year ago. Nice. Why does that actually work really well? Okay, this is gonna be the school chat. This is gonna be the school, okay? We're just gonna vibe with this. I don't have braces, nor do I have them now, I see. Isn't Camp Buddy a gay love story? If it is, that's news to me, actually. Very, very different from out. Very different from what I thought it was. I remember one of my friends telling me about it, but that was like, years ago now. Wait, that's the same thing. Bruh. I love goldfish so much. I feel like the second I get on stream, I usually don't get hungry. But sometimes I get hungry and I'm like, should I actually just take a break and yap and eat, or should I do stuff? Because I'm the type of person where if I have a job, I eat while I work, rather than taking a 30-minute lunch break, which is not a good idea. I don't suggest it, because then you have like an entire plate of food in front of you on your computer as you're working, and I hate getting this thing dirty. So I usually just put it like to the side, which gets in the way too, because I usually switch my mouse from my left hand and my right hand. It's very annoying. I think this looks good though, chat. It's not your typical school, but it is the country school. And I think it looking really different on the inside and the outside makes it very funny. Yeah, I think the room looks great. I think having the bed further up was a good idea. I think you're all good to go, buddy. You are all good to go. Have fun. Then we'll check it in a minute. Actually, hold up. We're gonna watch you add the furniture, no pressure. While I eat. Because low-key... Have you guys seen all of those reels or TikToks of all the Europeans coming to the US? And loving it? It's amazing. You gotta make the furniture? No problem, buddy. We shall admire this in the meantime. I love watching all those reels and TikToks because it's just so funny. They're like, what do you mean we get free refills here? What do you mean $1.50 a hot dog at Costco? I really wish we had a Costco nearby us. Excuse me, it's gonna like take like 1+ hours, my guy. That's fine. I'm not going anywhere. That's fine. I'm gonna give off this project. Alright, buddy. Alright, buddy. That's fine. Wait, can I not go down in this? Fascinating. I keep thinking I can go down by hitting like shift or something, but I can't. I have to face a direction. That's so weird. Okay. Let's see. Do we need a sky? We probably do. Let's see if we can find a sky. E/Q. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Alright, let's find a sky, chat. Let's find a sky. I kid you guys not. I think I have some problem with eating food. Because earlier today, I was at my job and I always take tons and tons of snacks with me. AKA, I shove in like flour and Parmesan cheese, which I can eat certain cheeses. And, I just eat it. And sometimes I bring out the most crazy things and then I sit right next to the person I work for. So they just look, she just looks straight at me and sees exactly what I'm doing. One time, I brought an apple. An entire apple with, a knife. Not a big deal. But I did that. Another time, well, today I brought in just a bag of Parmesan cheese. And, a bunch of pasta. And then I just, like, made all of it. It was great. One time, I brought in, like, 5 apples. And I ate all of them. One time, I ate an entire, lunchbox just full of cookies. And I handed them out. And that was all I had. Some days I don't bring a lunch. And then, there was one time I did something weird and she commented on it. I'm pretty sure she did. She at least noticed it in some way. I can't remember what it was, though. It was one of the same item. I had a protein shake that day that I brought in. And it was also, like, some very fascinating item that I brought in. I remember one time I brought in like 5 packs of Welch's fruit snacks. Oh, it was because I brought in a week of the same thing. I didn't bring a bunch of the same thing to one. I really like this dish called, that my family calls halal. Or challah is what we call it. We call it challah because we're southern. And it's not like, it's technically halal, but we technically mispronounced it when we heard it. And so we now call it challah. It's basically gyros, without the, naan. And so we just basically take chicken and rice and all this other stuff and put it all together and eat it. I ate that shit for like 5 weeks straight while I was working for her. And every time I would come in, she would just see me whip it out and then just smell it. And then she'd be like, oh, is that what you're having for lunch? And I'd be like, yes. And she's like, oh, okay. I think if you eat the same thing too much in front of somebody, they start getting concerned for your health. But if I saw somebody whip out the same thing, I'd be like, oh my god, you're just like me. Like, bro is my twin, you know what I mean? Who knows? Okay, this could be kind of gas though, chat. Hear me out. I think this is the best one we have. I think this is the best one. We don't want something with a sun. We have 2 suns. What's Whirly Turly Response? Whirly Turly Response is actually the theme song. The theme song of the sad story game we're making. Trust, you should definitely redeem it. Chat, this is what you have done to the channel. Hold on W and just keep going to go zoom.
What if I told you how I felt inside?
There you go.
What if I told you I was sorry that I lied? Would it
It's 3 minutes, by the way.
Would it change
I really don't want to listen to this again, but at the same time, it's very funny.
I
Alright, so we've got the thing now, so let's put this on the ceiling.
Now it's in the past. They say I should forget. They say I shouldn't.
If we put the decal on this side, it'll be the best spot.
I feel it all because of you.
Oh, actually, that's way too dark. It's like brown instead of orange. We need something a bit more orange, chat.
Making me feel all whirly turly. I don't give a fuck about you no more.
I hate this
Give me
place.
back my life or I'm kicking down doors. I lied.
Wait, it's more blue than I thought.
Yeah. I don't even want to know your name. I don't want to play your game. I'm tired of taking the blame. Why was it even trying when we were
I'm just trying to find unique rewards that I can give SSDs to a streamer I'm an editor for. Ah, smart. What type of game are you making? We're making a sad Roblox story. And some other interesting rewards that I have. Reading a page of Sun Tzu. I have that one. Let me tell you everything I've got.
I don't want to change a thing. I don't care what you say anymore.
I'm going to go here. So we also have one where you can like make your own reward, but I'm still working on that. Asking my Alexa a question. Mute and take off camera for 1 minute. They actually requested that. I highly suggest that one. I got Draconics to add a mute and turn off camera for me. Okay, buddy. I literally, that's crazy. Bring Border Collie on stream. Stream. I'm not only, you should not hear that part. You should not hear that part. You should not hear that part. So, Hypixel Skyblock PV review. Read one paragraph from Sun Tzu. Start a poll in the chat. Ask Alexa a question. I named her Ziggy though, so it says ask Ziggy a question. Whirly Turly response, which is play this. Mute and take off camera for 1 minute. Magic Ball, which is just a command that you do. Bring Border Collie on stream and text to speech. Which makes a very loud American guns sound every time you redeem it. It's great.
Fuck you, Asla.
It's great. I also love to hear your ideas. That'd be awesome. So far, the ideas I have for a streamer is a jump scare reward. A reward where he has to talk like Deku for 5 minutes and more. That's really smart. The Deku one's fun. Excuse me. The Deku one's really fun. We, I don't know. We went to, a Doomed Yaoi story yesterday, and it was of Deku and Bakugo. And we just did the Deku voice all stream. It was great. Very, very fun. Very fun. Alright, I'm going to switch the song into something a little bit better. Oh, I wonder what else would be pretty fun, actually. How did it get on this tab? Hello? Okay. Didn't realize that it wanted to go to that tab. Very fascinating. Okay. Trying to think what else. I think that's probably all I've got for you, unless it's like something that you can also customize to a stream. Like, that's something I've considered, like making challenge rewards specific to your stream. For example, if you're playing a game for the first time, you can have an editor do rewards that you can execute, and it leads you to some kind of event in the game that is kind of like open, just whenever. Like, that would be interesting. Oh, thank you, Stream Boo, always. Like, maybe a good idea for this was Whirly Turly. Like, that was a pretty good one for this. But there's probably some other ones that'd be a good idea. But I wish you luck on your journey. That's a smart thing to do. Just go to people's chat and ask stuff like that. I should do that sometime. Especially at this time of night, because everybody is streaming at this time of night. Okay. Let's lock in, okay? I don't feel hungry as much anymore. I feel fucking satiated a little bit. Just a tiny bit, chat. Only a tiny bit. You know? You're never truly not hungry. You're just on a break. Okay. Also, wait. The decal is on this side, right? Yes. Yes, it is, actually. Very nice. This game is looking fire. Thank you, Twin. You can actually, hold up, check out how immersive it is in the game. It's very fun.